All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome and thank you for being here this evening to go over a little bit of the changes coming up. Appreciate your time and don't want to waste too much of it here today, but just hope to take or take an opportunity to explain a little bit about where we're going here for the next few years. So, agenda this evening, we are going to be first want to go back a little bit, just tell you a little bit about the history of Aqua and swimming. Discuss a little bit about where we are today, and then talk about what's next, new program outlines, and then also help out with clarifying some of the things that are coming up this summer, so you have a clear indication as to what meets and things like that that are going on. So Aqua Swimming was founded in 1986. It literally started as one of the Prince William Swim League summer or winter swim programs. Initially, it was once a week down at Mount Vernon Recreation Center in Alexandria. Dave Tonneson, who's currently the owner of Swim Kids, was recruited by the two founders of the team to take the head coaching position and put together a 5-year plan. It started in 1990 to build the program and built it up to about 200 swimmers that year. And then eventually, from the 1990s to 2000s, the program moved from the greater PBS area, Alexandria anyways, out to Prince William County, where it developed programs at Dale City, Chin, and the Freedom Center when it finally opened up late 1999. Maximum program size was about 380 to 400 swimmers. Team started becoming a little more competitive. In early 2000s, Dave Tonneson started his Swim Kids business and retired as a coach. And Aqua Swimming hired Joel Cyganowicz and later his son to act as a head coach and overseeing all the programs there. The program took a turn to becoming a little more selective instead of inclusive. So it dropped. The program went from that 400 swimmers down to about 240, and continued to swim at the Freedom Center, Chin, and Dale City at that time. 2008, the board of directors hired myself as a general manager to take over the management of the team. It was a board-run team that did a lot of the things to take care of the business aspects of it and managing the swim meets and things like that. First couple of years, there were some challenges with staffing, so I also took over as head coach and national training group coach in 2010. But from 2018 to 2016, we doubled the program to over 500 swimmers by 2014. In 2016, Aqua Swimming took over the operations and expanded by adding Central Park Aquatic Center as their exclusive home pool. 2017, we also extended its reach into swimming by taking over the swimming lesson programs and running all the different learn to swim programs that we now know as Aqua Swim Academy. Highest the membership reached was 549 swimmers in 2018. Takes us to today, 2021. The saving grace over the past year has been that we have Central Park Aquatic Center. Certainly is providing us with access to practices and competitions throughout the course of the year. Other facilities have been very slow with opening up and allowing us to return, but they are starting to do so now. And we're getting back to somewhat of a normal process, however, still in the midst. There's still a lot of protocol to follow there. We are down to our smallest number of competitive swimmers since 2012. We're just over 400. We lost about 20% of our program, unfortunately, due to the pandemic. However, just in the past few months, our Learn to Swim programs have blossomed and exceeded some of our expectations. Our prior year, we had about 100 participants regularly in a lesson program. Right now, we have over 280 swimmers or 280 participants learning to swim, which is a great sign for where we are headed to the summer. A little bit of recent competitive successes. 2016, we had our first Olympic trial qualifier since 2000. 2018, we reached bronze status in the USA Swimming Club Excellence Rankings, which puts us in the top 200 clubs, which basically ranks the senior level swimming success. We rank in the top 4 in PBS and top 30 to 50, depending on which year it is, in the USA Swimming Club Championships on a regular basis. And we certainly As you all know, your kids have been very successful in building what the program is and the different levels that we've gotten to. We've had a lot of success at a lot of different levels of the team. Again, some of the pandemic impacts, about 20% of the team was lost from 2020. We do continue to have limited space at facilities. We're still waiting for some of the lane allocations for facilities. Financially, we're doing amazing right now, actually, based on the incredible work that the staff has done to get us back open and up and going. Lessons, obviously, has increased the revenue significantly. We've created some additional revenue streams. Facility management is one of the big ones last summer, and this summer we're going to continue with that. Offsite lessons, again, last summer, and we've done that a little bit here and there, but those have really gotten us going quite a bit. Our lifeguard training, we've trained literally hundreds of lifeguards over the past few weeks, and we've got a whole lot more coming up in the next few weeks to get the area pools and whatnot opened up. We've had a lot of outside rentals, including fitter fasters coming back this summer to Central Park, which is going to help increase revenue there to support the programs throughout the year. And then obviously our live streaming. We make a little bit here and there off some of the advertisements for on there, but it's been an additional source of income for us. Just to review again, just kind of giving some background on everything. The mission statement of Aqua Swimming is to develop the character traits, technical skills, work ethic, and intense desire necessary for maximal realization of each individual's potential, both as a person and as a competitive swimmer in a safe, supportive environment. Aqua Swimming vision statement: we achieve excellence through individualized growth and team unity by providing quality leadership and instruction. We maintain a safe and supportive team environment where every swimmer is encouraged to build friendships, work hard, and have fun in the process of their development. We provide the motivation and discipline necessary to develop skills and self-esteem, resulting in a winning experience. Our coaching values, what we do on a regular basis and making decisions. For number one, respect everyone. Everyone is welcome in our lives. We respect swimmers, parents, officials, and facilities, and look for ways to serve them all. Integrity, we're honest with ourselves. We follow through with our promises. Positivity, we talk and act and expect positivity around us. We have purpose. Everything we provide has purpose that helps us to our ends. Leadership, providing structure, discipline, and promotion of our ideas through being strong leaders by example. And excellence and a relentlessness pursuit towards that. Always looking for the best opportunities to teach, train, and do everything as best we can for our members and for the team. So what's next? Generally, every 4 years, I take a step back and kind of evaluate where we are as a program, where we've gotten to, obviously, and the things that we've been able to accomplish and how we did that. Look for ways that we can continue to get better. Just as we continually ask the kids to do a little more, swim a little faster, push a little harder, come a little more often, attend meets, challenge themselves in meets. We do the same thing as a coaching staff, and I'm constantly asking the coaches to find new ways for us to develop the programs that we can offer more. So we did this over the past a few months here, certainly taking into account that we're in a pandemic right now. But there was a lot of things that we could take into account and look towards. Number one, rebuilding from what we lost last year, but number two, getting us to that next level. How can we build the program and build each individual and provide more for each individual to help the program get stronger and stronger. So first of all, setting up what our goals are with the virtual club championships. We're looking to be over 240,000 points. We want to rank third in Summit Valley Swimming and rank in the top 20 in USA Swimming. One of the challenges certainly with that is we don't know what those other teams are going to do. So rankings are kind of arbitrary, but that's kind of what we strive for. And certainly in getting that 240,000 points will get us up to that sort of level. Club excellence, wanting the top 100 with that. That's the silver by 2024. Club recognition, administrative excellence, we'll get to level 4 here shortly. Olympic trials, we will have at least 2 this year that'll be representing secondarily, at least with Aqua Swimming as they attend the Olympic trials. And in the next 3 years, we hope to develop, and I think that we've got the foundation set now to be able to bring up to 8 swimmers to Olympic trials in 2024. And then the other thing that I want to emphasize is nationally ranked relay teams, bringing groups of kids in separate or different ages up to the highest levels within what USA Swimming provides. So in formulating our goals, we considered that we have three aspects to develop, and this is where we are right now. 15 and overs, obviously, they set the example of excellence constantly. We have a great program with our senior programs and our national training group programs that are setting a great example of what to do, how to do it, and how to push harder and harder. The next level of leaders is 12 to 14-year-olds that we have in the program right now. They're striving for excellence, trying to build on the things that they had done in the past as age group level swimmers. Now they're trying to become the next leaders and push the limits of what those 15-year-olds did when they were their age. And then our 11 and unders, setting up, again, we look at what we have right now, what we plan to recruit into the program over the next few years, and setting up for that legacy of success so we can continue to have the success and continue to grow in the community and provide more services to more swimmers. So that gets us to the 2021 program plan, for 2021 to 2024 program plans. And again, a 3-year cycle here that's been kind of based on the Olympic quadrennium, which this year is just 3 years because we're doing the Olympics in 2021. So the basics of it are that there are two separate tracks. There's a competitive program and a non-competitive program. The non-competitive track, we plan to market this quite a bit this summer because we have a lot of members of the team right now that are doing this within the lesson programs that we think need a bridge to getting into competitive swimming. And then we also plan to bring in more swimmers, again, an easier entry into the competitive sport. So less expectations, number of practices per week kind of fluctuate, and that can change each month based on different sports that come up and the changes of the seasons and whatnot. These are month-to-month contracts. We'll do some competitions in-house. There'll be non-USA swimming, but there is an option, and there'll always be an option to move over to the competitive aspects with USA Swimming meets or advance to the competitive program when they're ready for it. It's a lower price point, same skill work as a competitive track, that they're building up the competitive strokes and the different skills that they need. Same fitness goals as competitive track. Again, a little less time, a little less number of practices per week, so the fitness goals maybe a little bit less, but as far as what they're trying to develop with endurance and strength and speed, and make them as efficient as possible, maintain the same track there. Each swimmer there will be a USA Swimming Flex membership. That gives them the ability to move over to the competitive aspect or competitive programs when they're ready, very easily. And then there'll be a late startup package there for the group when they sign up for the registration there. Program goals, in essence, for the non-competitive programs, we're offering a variety of kids the opportunity to expand on skills and fitness on a lighter version of what competitive swimming offers. The goal is to advance kids that are ready and wanting to move to the competitive program when and if they desire. So we see this as a stepping stone. Sometimes it can be a huge stepping stone to come from summer league swimming into the competitive ranks year-round swimming. And so we see this as a stepping stone to getting that ends to be able to come into the whole year-round program. Just a little overview of what those levels are. Obviously, our swimming lessons is one of them. Most kids are going to come into there with very little skills and starting up, but there's progressions to get them ready for the speed squad, the 10 and under speed squad. There's an 11 over speed squad. Those have filled up. They're actually, we have waiting lists on those to get into the programs here at Central Park and also at the Chin Recreation Center, because there has been a huge demand of getting back into swimming and being ready for the summer. Homeschool fitness, again, a non-competitive program that's working on some skills, physical education type of addition to the curriculum that they do at home. And then a high school preparation program that's non-competitive, that's getting kids ready for high school swimming season, kind of a short period of time there. The competitive track, progressively higher expectations, competes throughout the year, normally about every 6 weeks. Most of the programs are going to be 11-month programs. USA Swimming Premium membership will come with that. Full OCCS startup package. I'll highlight that in the coming days. Well, travel competitions, opportunities to travel to higher and higher levels. And then most of the programs will also have a comprehensive dry land fitness training, at least for the most advanced programs that we offer. So these programs are based on a new developmental model that we have stages for competitive swimming. The first level is build, the second level is grow, and the third level is compete, and the final level there is to lead. In the building phase, groups are specific to building the skills needed for swimming all 4 competitive strokes, plus the skills of underwater kicking, starts and turns. Build levels provide for different ages within the team and ensures an environment that's fun, rewarding, and encouraging to provide individual attention and strong swimming foundation for future success. Most of the new kids that will come into the program are going to be coming through this. However, for kids that are in summer league programs, when you're talking about your friends and such, as they're starting to look for options, if they've already got the 4 strokes and can show us that they can swim that 100 freestyle, then they would be able to bypass this. But we want to make sure they have a good foundation for future success. The names of these groups will be Medley 1 and Medley 2. The difference basically is that the Medley 1 is the younger group, younger age kids, and the Medley 2 is the older age kids. Again, coming in with the same set of skills and exiting the group goals there with the same level of skills to go to the next level. The next level is what we call the growth aspect of Aqua swimming. And I'm going to send all these slides out, so no need to necessarily take everything down. It'll also this will be recorded on YouTube, and I'll put it out there on through the email to be able to get access to it. But no need to take notes. I'm just going to go through this relatively quickly. The growth, advancing from the knowledge to do all the strokes correctly is development, or the next step is the development of endurance and strength to swim longer distances and hold the skills together. The growth programs start to use of repetitive training and swimming distances with less rest to facilitate the fitness needed for longer swim distances, as well as at faster speeds. Skills continue to be developed. They start to become more advanced with their skill acquisition, and certainly taking them to the next level with more explosiveness, more quickness, and being able to hold that for longer distances of time. This is also one of the places where we start to bring in the character building traits and the racing strategies, introducing them so that the kids know some of the other aspects that we're trying to teach, not just how to swim across the pool. These programs are going to be called the Advanced 1 and Advanced 2. The difference between the two differences. One is the age. The 7 to 10-year-olds are the Advanced 1. The 10 to 13-year-olds, kind of a mixed area there. The 10-year-olds are the Advanced 2. The Advanced 2 is a little bit more mature of a group. So the presentation to them from a coaching standpoint would be a little bit more mature presentation to be able to get them ready for what the next levels are for that age of swimmer. Again, some of the things they have to have coming in, being able to swim all 4 strokes, being able to read a pace clock, obviously being able to swim in a group and a team setting, should have some competitive experience either through the build programs, those medley programs, or through USA or through Prince William Swim League or Summer League program to have some experience there. The compete programs, so once the kids have the skills and training to swim proficiently for longer distances, we step into the next phase of things to be ready to advance to more competitive success through additional training challenges and expectations. These programs incorporate the highest level of training for swimmers within their respective age group and/or grade. The swimmer at the right age may advance from the growth groups to the compete groups at any age, as long as they meet the training criteria and age requirements that become slightly more challenging at each age level. And these programs are going to be called what we're going to call the Junior Olympic program. And these are separated out specifically by ages. They all have practices you'll see here at 90 minutes. The difference between the 3 programs is that the challenges become a little bit more challenging because the kids are a little older and ready for the challenges. One of the things that just as a coach that I've noticed over the past number of years is that there's a big difference between a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old, and not only in what they're able to do, but in what they need to have at those ages to be successful at the top levels when they're 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And not overdoing it and not underdoing it, but having a great foundation of all the different aspects that it takes to be successful while they're at that age, and then in the future when they're at their peak growth and ready to really get ready for college. So the different ages here, a little bit of overlap on the top age of each of these, but Junior Olympic is 9 to 11, Junior Olympic 10 is 9 to 11, Junior Olympic 12 is 11 to 13, Junior Olympic 14 is 13 to 15-year-olds. The grade levels, again, same thing. You know, there's a big difference between someone that turns 12 in September as far as or someone that turns 13 in October. So we're trying to keep the ages together as much as possible, not just to keep the training specific, but also to create training groups, so those kids can continue to move up and have their classmates and whatnot be in that same group, but to advance throughout the program. So again, not going to go into much of the details here. You'll be able to read all that, but just want to give you the three different Junior Olympic programs there that we'll be going into. The last phase of our program is reaching peak potential, which is what we do with the kids at high school levels, with a comprehensive training and competition program geared towards college preparation specifically, and obviously the local, regional, and national successes. The most dedicated masterful swimmers will find the challenges not only to be a great swimmer will be provided, but also the framework, environment, reinforcement for building exceptional students, citizens, and leaders in the sport. And for this, we have three different levels that we'll be having, or that'll take the lead of the program. First is senior, where the entry level requirements aren't necessarily real difficult. Kids need to have some background, but this could be a place where the skills can build up a little bit more, or there can be some flexibility with coming to practices throughout the course of the season. The practices we're planning right now are going to be 90 minutes long, the same as the Senior Select, and it will have a comprehensive dryland aspect of it offered as well. The Senior Select is for those kids 15 to 18 that are ready for a little more structure with that and want to be pushed a little bit more. The expectations are going to rise as the kids in those groups, Senior 1 groups have learned this year, that we want the kids to be given the best training and be on par or on line with what the National Training Group is doing, without the extreme measures of coming to double practices and things like that. So we see this as a great place for a lot of the kids that aren't quite ready for the national group to continue to grow and either advance the national group or continue to use that Senior Select program to be ready for college. Then the National Training Group, not a whole lot's changed there. It's all pretty much the same sort of setup that we have right now. With the same basic foundation of it, and trying to maximize each of the kids' potential through individual work on training and for whatever their specialties are. So as a summary, within the four different levels here, Build is our medley programs, Growth is our advanced programs, Compete is our Junior Olympic programs, and our Leadership is the Senior Select, and the national programs there. Homeschool, we will offer a competitive option on this, as we have in the past. It will just be offered for the Build, which is the medley program, the Growth, which is the advanced program levels of the team. Anybody that is ready for the Compete or the Lead will need to train with the regular offerings during that time, or during the evening times, or whenever those practices are available. So just to keep that clear. Full competition schedule, obviously getting the premium membership with USA Swimming and a full startup package with Aqua Swimming. Some of the other considerations, again, we talked about this just a little while ago, but you know, we're aware that there was not a whole lot of swimming going on, especially last summer and even in the fall leading up until the winter. And we know that took a hit on us, and took a hit on competitive swimming for a little bit. So we've got some big plans this summer to recruit a lot more swimmers to our program. We want to bring in at least 100 competitive team and 100 for the non-competitive programs to help to build back up to where we were just a little about a month ago, a year ago. Some of the site specifics, some of this, and again, I'll outline this tomorrow so you get all the details of what's going to be where, what's going to be offered each of the sites. But Manassas Central, obviously having a full use of Central Park Aquatic Center provides us with a lot of ability to do a lot of different programs. So they will be accommodating all the programs that we offer. Prince William East, we're still fighting to get some of our past allocated space back. We know that high school swimming requires a lot of accommodations. We're not sure what those are going to be next year just yet, but we'll likely be offering just the competitive programs there unless we have some openings for some of the non-competitive aspects. The wharf, lane allocation there again looks like was in prior years. I'll know a little bit more about that later this week when I meet with them. But we will likely be just being able to offer the competitive programs, and some of the levels may require being combined at the same time in same lanes and such. Still a lot of questions that are unanswered for the facilities. Obviously, I think everybody sees what's happening out there in the summer league stuff, and I think things are starting to open up with the CDC guidelines and everything else that's going on. Schools look like they're going to be opening up next year normally. So our hope is that we can get back to having the number of lanes, the number of swimmers per lane, and release some of the limitations that we've been put under in the past year. I'm going to share the plans that we have right now. But just keep in mind that there's a lot that has not been confirmed yet. I'm going to give you our 300,000 feet view of what's going on, and in hopes to give you a good vision of what we're working on. But again, I don't want to make it feel like we're going to switch on you by choice. We'll be switching only because the limitations of what the facilities are going to put on us. Coaching staff for next year. Again, I can't say this enough, and I hopefully got the point across on Sunday. We have an absolutely amazing coaching staff. They're compassionate, they're committed team players. They've given so much of themselves this past year and years prior. I am going through the process right now with contracts for coaches, and that happens over here the next couple of months. I hate to put names out there. I certainly can speculate who's going to be in which role, and I'm sure they can do the same thing. But there are some limitations on what I can confirm as of today. So there may be a little bit of gray area in what I'm going to put out, but hopefully it will line up with enough so that you can see where your kids are going to be and who they're going to be swimming with. I know that in making decisions for where you want to swim, the two biggest things are location and the coach. Well, third one is time, certainly, of what time practices are. So I'm working as best I can. Knowing where we're going to be in 4 months is difficult, though, based on certainly a lot of different factors that have to be taken into consideration. What I do know is that because I've got so much faith in the coaching staff, what they've been able to do this past year, and what they're capable of doing. I've got a lot of trust in them. I've got a lot of faith in what they're able to do, and that they can accommodate and provide a whole lot of success at whatever level they're coaching at. Registration timeline. So today we're meeting. Tomorrow through Friday, you should be receiving a note from your coach to let them, or they'll let you know what level your swimmer is assigned for next year. So with that, you can use that to register. The registration will open up April 30th, and for the first week, there'll be an early registration promotion. I realize that if you're going to be committing this early, there's a lot of blind faith that you're taking in myself, in the program, and in what we can put together with the facilities and the coaching staff and everything else. And for that, I want to reward you and certainly promote that. Again, we're going to be fighting for what we're going to put on paper, but we know there's a lot of limitations to that. But with that first week, we plan to not have any registration fees for anybody that's returning to the team. The rest of the month of May, we'll have a discounted registration fee. And as the summer goes on, we're going to know more and more about what the program is and what the times are, and coaches and all that kind of stuff when we get things confirmed. As soon as we know those things, I'll be happy to share them. So there'll be a discounted registration fee up until the end of May. A little bit less discounted for the month of June. And again, it opens up to new swimmers starting May 8th this year. So just that first week is the only time that there's only the returners are exclusively able to return. And then May 8th, there'll be some options for new members to jump on the discounts as well. The season officially starts September 13th. However, some of the groups, especially within the leadership groups and even the compete groups, may be starting some practices late August. One of the things, like we talked about, again, I'm going to harp on this a little bit more, but we are going to be aggressively marketing this summer, trying to fill up our program and provide the options that we have so that we can continue to grow what we're trying to grow. So you'll see some new strategies, and you'll see us out there a little bit more than we have in the past. Certainly could use all the help we can get. We know we have some very loyal and happy members, and we love to have you share your experiences, your thoughts, and recommendations. Certainly wear your shirts, be loud and proud, but also humble. And like we talked about on Sunday, we have a special type of person that comes to Aqua Swimming: kind, caring, they're committed, they're humble in a lot of ways. So find those people out there, find those people you want to spend time with, or want with, and that would be a good fit within the way that we're building our program. And then one of the things we're going to unveil here shortly is a referral bonus. Referring a swimmer to Aqua Swimming, again, we're trying to find as many ways as we can incentivize and help you guys as members be able to afford the program, but also be able to promote and building the program, which is your program as well. So $50 per competitive member that you bring in, $25 per non-competitive member. And we'll also have a competition for those families that really take this on to be able to get an additional bonus in addition to the per member registration. There'll be an additional bonus there that will be added to your accounts around October 1st. A couple things about the summer. 9-month contracts conclude on May 30th. Like I kind of alluded to in the news flash last week, there's options to sign up. You can send us an email for now, and then we'll update you here shortly once we pass the May 1st billing for the 9-month programs. Then we can start to add in the summer stuff. So bear with us a little bit with that. The practice schedule I put in the news flash on Friday is lining up pretty good. I've got a couple things still to confirm, but we're looking pretty good at being able to provide those practice times, and that should be a great summer. The swim meets and whatnot. May, we've got the Speedo Swing Splash coming up this weekend. Obviously, entries are passed, but I can still make some changes if you have anything to change on those. The volunteer sign up went out last week, so please, or maybe it was yesterday, I can't remember now, but anyway, please make sure you jump on that. I'm going to actually got a little extension, so the snow invite I'm going to process here shortly. So if you have not changed or updated or registered for the snow invite that's coming up in 2 weeks, please do so immediately, and I'll get that in there. I'm going to close it probably about 5 minutes after I get off this call. Eastern Zone sectionals we have coming up in 2 weeks down in Richmond. Just got the contract and everything from the hotel. They're setting up the website to be able to sign up for the hotel rooms that are available. It's a Hampton Inn, just real close to the facility down there. So that'll be coming out tomorrow as soon as I get the registration link from the hotel. June, we have Olympic trials, and then we're we're putting together with snow a championship style meet. Right now it's looking like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday meet, but Saturday is going to be just in the afternoon with some distance events and the 50 freestyle later in the evening as kind of a shootout type of situation. I'll explain that later. But we're looking at a Freedoms Finals meet, kind of a one big long course championship meet for all ages to come together at between 2 facilities. Going to be likely at Plodmore and Dulles South. Possibly at Freedom Center is kind of an option in there too, but it looks like we're going to be up there in Loudoun County. But should provide some good competition. We're trying to make it as big as possible within the limitations of what the facilities will provide us. July, we're planning, if PBS doesn't do anything, to run something there in October as a long course finale. And then we've got 2 meets that we're going to travel for, get the opportunity to go down and be a part of some more national type competitions. The Senior Summer Blast at St. Petersburg is a senior level meet. If you should not have registered yet, so those of you that were asking if you still can register, have not put that out there yet. So as soon as I put it out there, you'll have the details of when it is, what the qualifying times are, who's eligible, and hotel information, all that kind of stuff, travel stuff related to that as well. That one we will provide an option to travel as a team. Obviously, we'll take all the safety stuff into consideration, but there will be an option to travel as a team if you are not able to travel as a family, but you're also able to travel as a family if you prefer. And then August, first week there, we've got the age group showcase meet, much like the meet that we normally go to in March or April and in the springtime. This will provide a championship level meet. It is in yards, which is a little bit awkward and different than what we were expecting, but I think we feel like we're getting a good number of long course swims, and be a great time after doing about 4 months of long course training for the long course races, to switch over and do some yard swims, which can be pretty successful in the middle of the summer there, or at the end of the summer. So again, information will come out on that. That's all going to be family travel. And again, we'll get some room blocks and things like that, so we can stay together pretty close. So with that, I think I've got it open to be able to ask questions, but does anybody have any questions that would be good for the group? Otherwise, if you're listening to this not live, you're certainly welcome to send me any questions that you have. Some of your questions hopefully will be answered in the full details that I'll send out tomorrow afternoon. But for the most part, I'm very excited about the very slight, but I think very effective changes that we have coming up. I think you're going to find that your kids are going to be in a great place, and certainly able to take the team into another stratosphere of success, which we hope every member is a part of. So I'll stay on for just a few more minutes. If anybody has any questions, they want to populate the question and answer there in chat. But otherwise, you guys all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all at Freedom Center this weekend.